Welcome to the Noble Leaders Cup. I am Kjotleik. This is the first qualifying round game between Atotoztli of the Aztecs and Julius Civilis of Batavia. Atotoztli is charismatic and protective, and the Aztecs starts with mysticism and hunting. Julius Civilis is aggressive and organized, and the Batavians start with fishing and hunting. This is the starting position on the map. Let's get the resource bubbles on for a moment. Atotoztli starts here. There is no rivers, but there is a clam, and there is a sheep, and there is some silk over there. She's in the top of the northern part of the starting continent, and Julius Civilis is all the way down in the south here, next to a river with 2 marbles, 1 iron. Out here there is some fish and crabs, and up here there are some aluminum. It's going to be interesting to see which one of these is now going to get themselves through to the next round. Let's start the game without any hesitations. Off we go, Atotoztli of the Aztecs and Julius Civilis of Batavia in the first qualifying round of the NLC. 1 city each, Atotoztli in Buddhism, Julius Civilis no religion yet, 2 cities each at the moment, 3 cities Atotoztli, she is first to 3 cities, and Julius Civilis is in Hinduism now. Atotoztli is also a slight tad weaker than Julius Civilis, 4 cities to 3 though. Atotoztli, she's expanding at least a little bit better, and now 5 to 3. That is going to maybe be important. 5 to 4 right now. She is going for the mathematics. 6 to 5. She's keeping her advantage in city count at the moment. 7 to 6. Yes, turn 150. 7 cities to 6 for Atotoztli. They are still in the same different religions, and Atotoztli is now a lot weaker than Julius Civilis. Maybe Civilis is planning an uprising here. He is maybe planning to attack. Maybe it looks like that to me, because he's building military units while Atotoztli is probably not. 186, turn 186, 10 cities Atotoztli, Julius Civilis with 8, and he is cautious. Atotoztli is getting horseback riding though, while Julius Civilis, and we have the war. There is a war. 10 cities to 9. When did that break out? 9 cities to 9. Civilis, he is attacking and raising cities now. Atotoztli down to 9 cities. Julius Civilis also on 9. Now they are equal in strength, which means that Julius must have lost some units in battle here. 9 cities to 10, Julius Civilis is up to 10 now. He has founded another city. We see that he is founding city down in the southern part of the map. If you take a look at that, Atotoztli is now trying to go for machinery. 10 cities Atotoztli now, 9 cities Civilis, and we have the peace treaty with Atotoztli ending the war with 10 cities. Julius Civilis on 9, and Atotoztli is now a little bit stronger than Julius Civilis as well, 1.2 times. Actually, so towards the end of the war, she must have taken out a few Julius Civilis units and grown stronger. 10 cities to 9. What is going to happen between the wars here now? Will there be more settling of city? No, there will be nothing. There is straight to another war, and Julius Civilis has guilds. Atotoztli going for it the same time. Civilis going for banking. 9 cities Atotoztli now, 10 to Julius Civilis. So Civilis is winning the war, isn't he? Turn 252 now. 9 cities left for Atotoztli now. Julius Civilis on 10 cities. But Atotoztli is 0.9. Now she's equal in strength again with Julius Civilis. She has been good at coming back from early city losses in the wars. Now she's down to 8 cities though, and here it is, the peace treaty again, and this time it's Julius Civilis with 11 cities, Atotoztli on 8, and I'm afraid that this could bode badly for the Aztec Empress here. Civilis going for gunpowder, Atotoztli going philosophy, 11 cities to 8, and Julius Civilis is certainly not going to keep the peace once the treaty ends. Here the treaty has ended, and he gets gunpowder, and he immediately attacks again. Turn 275 right now. Atotoztli on 9 cities, Julius Civilis on Civilis is up to 11 again, Atotoztli down to 8, yes. Up to 9 again for Atotoztli though. They are fighting and the cities are changing hands, it seems. And the peace treaty, that was an early peace treaty, and now Atotoztli has 10 cities and Julius Civilis is down to 9. This war did not go the way that Julius Civilis had planned, that I am sure of. Atotoztli now suddenly up to 12 cities, and now she is expanding a little bit more. 12 cities Atotoztli, 9 cities Julius Civilis. And if Atotoztli up to 13, she has built a few settlers apparently, taking on the rest of the starting continent now. Maybe 14 cities Atotoztli now, and she's equal in strength with Julius Civilis as well. This war may have been a mistake from Julius Civilis. Now she is actually growing stronger. Well, she is weaker than him militarily, but she has 14 cities to 9. Julius Civilis is on rifling though, and if he attacks just after rifling, that could be his chance to get back into this game now. Atotoztli going for liberalism though. She has 14 cities, Julius Civilis now 10 cities. Atotoztli going for optics next. We have the war, by the way. It has been declared 14 cities to 10. Julius Civilis didn't wait for rifling, as I thought he maybe would. 14 to 10 cities. Atotoztli on constitution. Julius Civilis on philosophy. 14 cities to 10. Turn 333. 13 to 11. Julius Civilis is up to 11 then. 13-11. Favoring Atotoztli still. So she still has more cities, and we have the peace treaty, 13 cities Atotoztli, 11 Julius Civilis, and they are equal in strength at the moment, turned 342. Let's see what they can do in this little 10-turn peace treaty. I expect the war to be on again after that expires, but Atotoztli now going corporation at least. Julius Civilis going nationalism, 15 cities Atotoztli now, 15 to 11, and the peace treaty is no longer in effect, and Julius Civilis must be building units again, because Atotoztli is suddenly down to 0.8, 0.7 the strength of Julius again. But going astronomy now, Atotoztli, she could be going into the new world. If she has settlers, if she can build a few boats, but she has to do it while at war, because now there is another war, 15 cities to 11. Julius Civilis, what is he going to do? And look at the strength number now. Atotoztli is weaker, down to 0.7 the strength of Civilis, but 15 to 11. The city count has stayed the same for a little bit, even though they are at war. This is Civilis' chance, 12 to 14 now. It's up to 12 cities at least. Atotoztli going for replaceable parts. Julius Civilis for the military science, 16 to 11. Atotoztli looks to be doing it. She is up to 16 cities, and she has founded the city all the way in the far east on the new continent, but down to 15 to 12 now. The advantage, Atotoztli on 15, Julius Civilis on 12. If Julius can win the war on the starting continent in the old world, and Atotoztli can expand into the new world, this could still be an even game. Turn 392, 393 soon. 15 cities to 12. Atotoztli with 15, and she's weaker than Julius Civilis, but she has more cities now, 14 to 13. Julius Civilis has almost equaled the city count now, 14 to 13, going for communism Atotoztli, scientific method Julius Civilis, turn 399, turn 400 is here, and the war is raging, and this game is so far from over. I don't know, is this going to be the first game that does not get decided before turn 500? Is that it? All the games until now has been decided in regulation time, before we had to go into extra time. 14 cities to 13, but with wars slowing down the tech progress, and they are equal, approximately equal in strength, at least that's what it looks like to me. Atotoztli going for physics though. She has 0.8 the strength of Julius Civilis, which is weaker, but not that much weaker. So she can stand up to him, it seems. 14 cities to 13 at the moment, and the war goes on, and there is the peace treaty. And now Atotoztli has 13 cities, Julius Civilis 14. so she is 1 city short, but now she is also going for rifling, so she's going to have rifling for the next war as well. Julius Civilis going steam power. Atotoztli is a little bit weaker, but can we see some expansions into the new world now that there is a peace treaty? She could be building some settlers and some boats to ferry them over. That is what I would have done at least if I were the Aztec leader, Julius Civilis. I don't know if he is interested in expanding into the new world. He may be just building military units to attack anyway. But Atotoztli, 0.8 the strength, and now it's not a red number even. So what is she doing now? Is she upgrading a few units maybe? Looks like that to me. Julius Civilis is going towards railroads. We are at turn 425. 14 cities. Julius, 13 cities, Atotoztli, and they are very equal in score, they are very equal in strength, they are very equal in city counts, and we are at turn 430 with only 70 turns left of the game. Well, left of regular time, that is. This is a game that goes automatically into overtime if it is not decided until turn 500. But you know what I mean. 14 cities each now, as Atotoztli founded that city up in the Arctic. She apparently wanted those resources up there. 14 cities each, and now she is even equal in strength with Julius Civilis. 1.0 is the strength number. Now she's up to 16 cities. She has founded another 2. It's clearly that Atotoztli is now building settlers and sending them into the new world, trying to build a bigger empire. Both of them are going for democracy. There hasn't been a declaration of war in a little while, and Atotoztli is now actually stronger than Julius Civilis, and that is a surprise to see, because Julius Civilis has always focused on the war and the strength, and we have the next war already then. Atotoztli on 17 cities, Julius Civilis on 14. And this time, it was Atotoztli that was the strongest leader when the war broke out. I didn't catch who started the war, if Atotoztli attacked or if it was Julius Civilis. I will have to figure that out later. 18 cities Atotoztli now. She's building her cities, founding cities in the new world. 18 cities up to now, and getting chemistry. Julius Civilis is on economics. Next is military science for Atotoztli, 18 cities to 14. We are at turn 459. Turn 460. 18 cities to 14. Atotoztli getting the military science now, and Julius Civilis is getting corporations. Atotoztli is now weaker than Julius Civilis though, down to 0.9, so Julius Civilis is probably building military units. But now he is also on astronomy. So he's trying to get his settlers out into the new world, which means that Atotoztli should hurry up and settling the good city spots if she wants to keep her advantage. 19 cities Atotoztli now, 14 Julius Civilis. It is an advantage to have 5 cities more, but it is not decisive in and of itself at this stage. But Julius Civilis, what are you doing? Have you stopped teching? You are going really slowly towards physics here. You are in the middle of a war, maybe you are just upgrading your units, that is a possibility. The other possibility is that you have completely lost your mind and try to go for a cultural victory while still at war. That would not be wise, I think. 18, 16... city count 18 to 17, but now we see Julius Civilis. He is settling cities in the new world. Settled a city there, so they are almost equal in city count again. But now Atotoztli is down to 0.7 the strength of Julius Civilis, so Civilis must have won some units there. 18 cities each at the moment now then. 18 cities each. And Atotoztli is getting weaker now. She's trying to go for combustion. We are at turn 488. Julius Civilis is on physics. 19 cities now. Julius Civilis, he has founded a city on that big continent in the east. We see to the north there, the northern part that Atotoztli has yet not founded any cities in. 19 cities, Julius Civilis then. He is 500 score behind Atotoztli on the score list, but that is going to quickly change if he can take another city from her or found a couple of them in the new world. He is stronger now, and we have the peace treaty, and Julius Civilis is up to 20 cities, and Atotoztli has 17. It is not that big of a difference, but Atotoztli is 0.7 the strength, so she is weaker, and she is 4 turns away from combustion. Julius Civilis is going towards assembly line. We are at turn 496, which means that this game is soon to go into overtime. And that means that for leader rating purposes, this is going to be a draw. But of course, it's not going to be a draw as a cup game. They are going to continue all the way until it is decided, until they have reached a victory condition. Turn 500 is here as you look. You can see it on the top of the screen, and now we are at turn 501, which means that we are in overtime. 18 cities out of Atotoztli, 21 for Julius Civilis. There is still peace. They still need to reach a victory condition here. Turn 502. How long do you think this is going to take? It is going to take some time, but we do have a next war. We do have the next war. And Julius Civilis, now you are stronger than Atotoztli. You have also more cities. You are closer to assembly line. This could be it. Julius Civilis now 21 cities to 19. 5 turns away from assembly line now, Julius Civilis. Atotoztli is a little bit longer away from it, but they are so even in score. And now Julius Civilis has the advantage. Now Atotoztli is down to 0.5 the strength. Julius Civilis is twice as strong as Atotoztli. This could be it, because with twice the strength and more cities to build units from, that could be the thing that decides this game. We are at turn 511. Julius Civilis 22 cities, Atotoztli 18. And Julius Civilis looks like he's going to take it. This game has gone back and forth several times. And sometimes it looked like Atotoztli was going to be the strongest one and to win this. Other times it looked like Julius Civilis was going to be winning. And now, right now, as we see it, in overtime, it looks like Julius Civilis is the one that is going to take it again. He's twice as strong as Atotoztli. But of course, this late, it could suddenly end in a cultural victory as well, because we have been playing for so many turns that if Atotoztli is keeping her 3 core cities, she could still have the hope of actually winning culture here, as long as she doesn't lose her 3 main culture cities. That is what Julius Civilis is trying to do something about, it looks like, because he's fighting up there in the north. 22 cities to 18, and if he wants to win domination, he should really take out at least one of our cultural cities. 22 to 18, 7 turns, 6 turns left to electricity. Fascism is 2 turns away from Atotoztli. We are at turn 529, 530. We have gone 30 turns over the regulation time at the moment. 23 cities now, Julius Civilis, towards 18 Atotoztli cities. Atotoztli going towards biology. Julius Civilis is 2 turns away from electricity. But Julius Civilis is still only 2 times as strong as Atotoztli. Atotoztli has been keeping up here. She is 0.5 the strength of Julius Civilis. 25 to 17 in the city count now, but Julius Civilis now, he's going for industrialism, and we know that that means something when it comes to military and fighting. And now Atotoztli has 18 cities. It's 25 to 18. We are at turn 539, and it looks like she still has 0.5 the strength. So, well, what's going to happen here in this game now? 25 to 18. But with industrialism, I expect Julius Civilis to have another advantage, to have another try at taking her down. 25 cities to 18, but she has proven to be a worthy opponent at least. And now I'm talking like I think Julius Civilis is going to win. I do believe he's going to win now, because he's in a very, very good position. But again, it is very late. Atotoztli, she still has her 3 core cities, I believe. There is the possibility for a surprise Aztec cultural victory here. If she is close to that, I have no idea myself, because she is not using the slider for culture at least, and she's getting only 119 culture per turn. But I don't know about those 3 core cities. That is her only hope at the moment. I don't think that she can win militarily any longer, because she is only half the strength of Julius Civilis, and Julius Civilis is now getting industrialism, and we are at turn 550. We are 50 turns over regulation time already. This is dragging out. This looks like a very, very long game. Biology now for Atotoztli. Artillery next for Julius Civilis. 25 cities to 18, and Atotoztli goes towards electricity next. But she's down to 17 cities now, and Julius Civilis 26 to 17. Can this be it then? Are you going to take more and more cities now? You do have what it takes. I believe you have an advantage in military, and now Atotoztli is down to 0.4 the strength of Julius Civilis. Yes, indeed, this is it. Now we see Julius Civilis' tech advantage coming to fruition. 16 cities for Atotoztli now, 16 cities, and Julius Civilis with 27. They are at turn 558. 16 cities left, and Julius Civilis, he is not going to let this go now. Now he's going to win domination. It is only a matter of time. He's taking out the old Aztec cities. He must go at least try to do that as soon as possible now. The starting cities of the Atotoztli, so that she doesn't win that cultural victory that she could have done. 16 cities, Atotoztli, 27, Julius Civilis, turn 561. We are far, far into extra time. Turn 562 now. We are in 2142 AD. That is 15 cities left for Atotoztli now. 15 cities left, and Julius Civilis with 28. I am not 100% sure how much he must take in order to get to that domination threshold now when it comes to the percentage of land. It looks on the map like he must take a little bit more, but 15 cities, I don't know how many more of those cities must fall before Julius Civilis gets over the threshold. Let's see what happens. He has been winning, but it has been really slow, and if this goes to a military solution, it is going to be the Batavian Emperor that is going to be successful here. 28 cities to 15, but he has been very slow about it, and there is nothing quick about this game at all. Atotoztli now trying to go towards electricity. She has 14 cities left. Atotoztli has 14 cities left, and Julius Civilis has 29. And Atotoztli now 0.3 the strength of Julius Civilis. Civilis is 3 times as strong. He is getting rocketry soon. Atotoztli, she has 14 cities, and she's going towards electricity. And what is Julius Civilis going to do? He's going to tech towards communism. Yes, of course he is. 29 cities to 14, still no domination. He has taken all the cities up north that was a threat for Atotoztli to win culture, so that is no longer an option, I believe. And now she's down to 13 cities, and this is it is going to be happening right now in just a few turns, because Julius Civilis, 3 times as strong. He is going to run over her. I believe that once he takes those cities on the starting continent, that is down southeast on the starting continent, that is going to be it for the threshold, the number of land tiles that he needs to own. I believe that, but I could be wrong. Turn 5, 7-7, 13 cities left for Atotoztli and Julius Civilis. He is going to grind out an overtime victory here to advance into the second qualifying round. But how long will it take? How long will it take? Julius Civilis, he is really slow now, which means that he must be either upgrading units or whatever, I don't know. Maybe he's even trying to go for a cultural victory himself now. That would be something, wouldn't it? Oh my. 30 cities, Julius Civilis, 13 cities, Atotoztli, and they are playing this so slowly now. It's incredible how slow this goes, but we are 83 turns over time. 30 cities to 13. It hasn't been taken a city in ages, even though he is 3 times as strong as Atotoztli. This goes really slow for Julius Civilis. 12 cities now. Atotoztli is finally down to 12 cities. Is that it then? Or will we have to take another one? Will we have to take another one? This game is going to last approximately forever, I think. Eternity is almost here. Atotoztli with 12 cities left, 11 cities left now. And now Julius Civilis is 5 times as strong as Atotoztli finally. Turn 587 and 11 cities left for the Aztec Empress, and now she must be losing her cities in the old world, which means that once those borders pop, Julius Civilis should have domination, shouldn't he? 11 cities left for Atotoztli, 10 cities left now, and now we wait for the confirmation. At least I hope he has enough land tiles to get domination now, Julius Civilis. Do you have enough land tiles under your control, Julius? That is what I want to know. Doesn't look like it, but there is still a couple of cities that could pop their borders. At least the last one he took hasn't done it yet, I think. So 10 cities left for Atotoztli. Julius Civilis, do you need to take more cities then? Turn 592. We have gone 92, 93, and Julius Civilis has completed the Apollo program. 93 turns in overtime. This is incredible. It's really incredible. Wow. Okay, turn 593. 10 cities for Atotoztli. Julius Civilis. This is going slowly. It's also a matter of the game running really slow now, just because we are so long on overtime. We are way past what should have been reasonable as an ending date, 595. Are we really going to go 100 turns overtime? That, well, I didn't really believe it would go so long, but here we are, turn 596, 10 cities left for Atotoztli, and still no message about the domination threshold being reached for Julius Civilis. He can't be far away now. He can't be far away. Just settle another city and reach it, will you? 10 cities left for Atotoztli. 10 cities left, and she has been hanging on. Hanging on there, but she is going to lose it, so there is that. Julius Civilis, 33 cities. Atotoztli, 9. Finally, she's down to 9. Is this it then? Turn 599. But we are going to go at least 100 turns in overtime. This is 100 turns. Turn 600. And still Julius Civilis haven't managed to win domination. This is really slow. He should have done this a long time ago. Come on. He's really slow at capturing cities. 8 cities left now for Atotoztli. Finally. Now this must be it. Well, come on, game. Let me know. Let me know. Turn 601. How long is this game going to take? How long is it going to last? I mean, Julius Civilis is 5 times as strong as Atotoztli, but Atotoztli with 8 cities left and still no domination for Julius Civilis then? Still no domination? Are there really that many land tiles that he does not control? Is it really that many land tiles left that he does not control? Atotoztli, I don't know what she's doing. She's spending 10% on culture and 90% on gold when it comes to the slider with 8 cities. And Julius Civilis 4 turns away from satellites, 35 cities to 8. No domination, and we are at turn 603. That's 103 turns overtime. Incredible that it is taking so long. When I decided to put up 1501 turns, it is just because I was hedging my bet just in case something weird should happen and we got a really super long game, and this is turning out to be a super long game. Turn 605. Atotoztli with 8 cities left. Julius Civilis, can you please take another one? Get your cultural borders to cover more land tiles, will you? 35 cities to 8. It is still very slowly going here. The game is crawling. 8 cities for Atotoztli. Is she going to lose one? Come on, Julius Civilis. You don't need to take this long, but you are taking this long. Which means that you are not my favorite. Not my favorite commander-in-chief at the moment. Because you are taking so long. 35 cities to 8. We know you are going to win it. Why don't you just hurry up and get it over with? Turn 607 is here. The question now is if Atotoztli has managed to get some culture in her other cities. Of course she hasn't. It just feels that it has been so long that she could have built up some more in those new cities as well, but hey. Turn 608. And my throat is getting a little bit sore from all this talking now. Turn 609. I want this game to be over so that I can get something for my throat here. Turn 610. 8 cities left for Atotoztli now. 8 cities and Julius Civilis on 35. And still no domination. Still no domination. Come on Atotoztli. Come on Julius Civilis, I'm in. Will you please take another city? You haven't taken a city in ages. Do you know how long an age is? Do you? Oh, come on. Well, they are fighting, so this is the longest war ever, I guess. We'll just have to wait and see. Figure out how long this has really been. Oh man. Atotoztli is hanging on with 8 cities. Julius Civilis has 35 and he's not taking any more cities. He must take at least one more to get his domination though, so let's hope that he can do that before I go crazy here. And cities are shrinking as well for Atotoztli. That doesn't seem good. Julius Civilis completed the Eiffel Tower in turn 614, was it? That's very much overtime. 7 cities now! 7 cities now! Atotoztli is down to 7! That means that we should see the domination pop up now any day, any minute, any time, any turn. 7 cities to Julius Civilis' 36, turn 616. 7 cities for Atotoztli. Will Julius Civilis finally, but his borders have not expanded in that city, so maybe we have to wait for that as well. Turn 616. Turns are really long now. Turns are really long now. And yeah, it is extremely long. Turn 617. 7 cities for Atotoztli. But it is the game that is taking this long, and I apologize for that, but I didn't expect it to last 118 turns over time, to be honest. I sincerely didn't expect that, but here we are, 7 cities left for Atotoztli, and she is going to go towards industrialism as well now, isn't she? Yeah, it's going to take 127 turns, 112 turns. Maybe she'll get there before the game is over, who knows? We are 120 turns over time already. 37 cities to 7 for Julius Civilis now. Maybe you should try to expand your borders and win that domination now. At least you're up to 10 times as strong as Atotoztli. Atotoztli has 0.1 the strength. And she has 85 turns left to industrialism and Julius Civilis. What are you going to research next? It's incredible that you haven't even completed the tech tree 121 turns in overtime. And yeah, biology next, okay. Good luck with that, 4 turns. That's probably something you're going to get unless you can get some border pops and win that domination now. Come on, Civilis. 37 to 7. City count is 37 to 7, and I have been sitting here waiting for that final message that you have won the game for a very long time. 625, turn 625. We are in 2205 AD, and there finally Julius Civilis has won a domination victory, turn 626 in 2206 AD. Congratulations! Well done! In 2206, turn 626, 126 turns in overtime, Julius Civilis finally reached a domination victory. Let's go take a look at the statistics immediately. Here we are. We see here Julius Civilis is the dark color, and of course Atotoztli has the Aztec colors. This is the score. The GNP, we see Julius Civilis is best towards the end, of course. Production as well. Food, we see the food. Atotoztli was best in food for long period here in mid-game. Power, actually there was a little bit of spike here where Atotoztli was number 1, but apart from that it was just Julius Civilis for the most part. Culture was actually even until around, I guess this is 1900, 1980, 1950, 2000 something. And espionage was even until, well, around turn 550 or something. Something like that. Demographics. Atotoztli's numbers are here, Julius Civilis' numbers are here. They are not particularly impressive for a game that lasted into overtime, so I'll skip the rest of it and look at the top 6 cities and the wonders instead. In the BC area, it was Stonehenge and the Great Wall, 2 wonders there in the BC area. Let's go top and take a look at the Cities, of course, Julius Civilis has all the top 6 cities. Yes, he has. I just had to read through and confirm it. Statistics then. Atotoztli built 27 cities, raised 1, 5 religions, founded 1 golden age, currently on 9 forest preserves and 5 farms and towns. She built in her cities 26 granaries, 22 lighthouses, 20 barracks, 2 heroic epics. Let's go page down and see there is the Mahabodhi that completes the list of what she did. Her current military units then: 19 infantries, 4 workers, 3 war elephants and an airship. She trained a total of 92 infantry, 73 war elephants, 68 workboats, down to 9 great generals. Let's go page down and see the completion of the list. 1 spearman is the last unit. Her kills: 75 grenadiers, 61 cavalries, 53 cannons, and 1 SAM infantry, and her losses: 157 infantries, 117 riflemen, 70 war elephants, 1 spearman. Let's go page down to see that there is an archer as the last item that she lost. What are Julius Civilis' numbers then? 19 cities built, 1 raised, 2 religions, 2 golden ages currently, 62 workshops, 57 windmills, 55 towns, and we see built in his cities. 32 barracks, 27 factories, 24 granaries and lighthouses, 8 monuments. Let's go page down. See page 2, there is the oracle. Let's go page down again to see the next page, Church of the Nativity. Let's go page down again and see that Mount Rushmore is the last building on the list. Let's go to the top and look at his current units. 77 infantry, 64 marines, 44 tanks, 1 caravel at the bottom there. He trained a total of 93 grenadiers, 88 cavalry, 78 marines, and we see the list goes down to 14 airships. Let's go page down. And it completes with 1 great spy at the bottom there. Let's confirm the kills then. 157 infantry, 117 riflemen, 70 war elephants, down to 1 great general, and page down 1 spearman, and the losses are confirmed to be 75 grenadiers, 61 cavalry, 53 cannons, and all the way down to 1 SAM infantry. Well, the game for rating purposes was a draw, but we must congratulate Julius Civilis with reaching the 2nd qualifying round. Let's take a look at the victory conditions screen. We see on this screen Julius Civilis finally got up to 74% of the land area, and despite playing 126 turns into overtime, he is nowhere near legendary in any of his cities. He did build the Apollo program, finally. He did build the Apostolic Palace, but let's not wonder too much about this. Let's just go and take a look at the cities. Atotoztli with 6 cities left, sort by population. And you see the list here. They are unhealthy, some unhappiness, building a lot of caravels. Yeah, that helps a lot, I'm sure. Let's go take a look at the cities of Julius Civilis then. I will have to do a couple of clicks. He has 38 of them. Let's go here and click there quickly. Sort by population. We are at the top. 20 pops, Coriovalum, 15 pop, 14, 13, 13, 12, and you see the list goes down here. Look at the numbers yourself here, building docking bay casing, pentagon casing, all of these good stuff. Tamuin is pop 9, let's go bottom, let's find 9, and Tamuin, that was it, Jan. So Kempuala is the first on page 2. And I think that you can read through this list for yourself. Congratulations then to Julius Civilis with getting himself through to the 2nd qualifying round of the Cup. And I am Kjotleik, and now I am tired, and now I hope to see you back tomorrow for some faster games, is my hope. This has been the Noble Leaders Cup. Welcome back tomorrow.